Alright, I want to make this short video to show you and try to explain to you what's going on here. I'm going to do this sitting in front of the computer without Pine Barrens, and we just need to do something different here, right? Pine Barren Society is not working. Alright, need to do something different. Now, what you're looking at here is Riverhead, here's Calverton, and this is Riverhead, alright? This whole area is Riverhead. This whole area here that you're looking at is the Pine Barrens, alright? Or the main part of the Long Island Pine Barrens. And you can see this is what the undeveloped area is, pretty much. The rest of it is fragmented by development. Alright. And this over here is EPCAL. Now this site here is Riverhead wants to develop this site. Basically, this used to be a Grumman site. These are the two runways. Now, Riverhead Town and the store used both of these runways to store cars that were damaged from Hurricane Sandy. These cars could have been leaking fluids and all kinds of sewage and contaminants into the surrounding environment. And we know that there are these ponds here are breeding ponds for the tiger salamander, which was endangered here in New York State. Alright, yet the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation said it was okay to store these cars here on these runways, citing that, well, you know, it's on a concrete runway, it's not all parked on grass, so therefore nothing is going to run off in the environment. So how stupid do they think we are, thinking that nothing is going to run off into the environment when you have all these cars parked here, leaking God knows what, and then when it rains, it'll just wash right into the surrounding area. But it gets worse than this, because the town of Riverhead wants to develop this. Alright, well, there's also a portion of property that's owned privately here, that's not owned by the town, or it's rented to, and they put sandy cars there, and it was actually a grassland, and I'll say was a grassland because it was destroyed by putting all those cars there. Now it's just mud. This is all allowed, except for that. That was not allowed. The DC did find the owner of that property, but nothing was done to remove the cars. Alright, so a half-assed job. So basically what you have here is the town wants to subdivide this and develop this, and put who knows what here. Alright, now there's some beautiful pine barrens in here that need to be preserved. They're grasslands. Pine barrens, grasslands, really important for birds and butterflies. Alright, a lot of migrating butterflies and birds use these grasslands as their habitat, alright? And as we all know, habitat destruction is a huge problem across the world, alright? Yet on Long Island, like we say, development goes full steam ahead, alright? So now let's point over to the Tanker Outlet Center and the woods that were lost around there. Now, these do look small in comparison, but these woods here and these woods here have been knocked down. This has been knocked down for a super Walmart, and this is where I found a box turtle, and there's the classic Pine Barrens habitat with reindeer-like and all that stuff. And then this here is the Hazeltine site, where I once saw a pink lady slipper. Alright, and you see this little cleared area here. This was once a factory, but it was only right here. The rest was all woodland. But Riverhead gave the developer permission to knock all this down for a new mall, shops at Riverhead, and Costco. So you may ask yourself, what has the Long Island Pine Barrens Society been doing about this? Well, sadly, they haven't been doing anything. They've been notified by me several times. I've called them, posted on their Facebook. They don't get involved in saving these pine barrens. They only get involved in like one issue at a time. All right, and look at how blank their Facebook page looks. I mean, look at how blank their homepage looks. Now we go to their Facebook page. All right. No activity at all. Only 243 likes. They call themselves an environmental consultant, and there's very little activity on here, as you can see. Almost no activity. I've posted stuff here, and as you can see, there's never any responses to it. They don't respond at all to my videos and the destruction that's gone on. So, what's going on here? What is going on with the Pine Barrens Society? They must be being influenced by developers. That's the only theory I could come up with. So that's the thing with the Pine Barrens Society. They are corrupt. All right, they are corrupt. That's why I'm making this video. I wouldn't give any money to them. Do not donate money to them. Do not get involved with them, because they certainly aren't getting involved in saving the Pine Barrens, even though they say they do. All right. You want to compare that to New Jersey's Pineland Preservation Alliance. Now look at how much better their webpage looks too. Much more active, much more stuff going on. But also their Facebook, they have much more likes. And there's constant activity on their Facebook. They really do check all their Facebook and they post constantly. All right, here's Friday. They posted something, right? But we go over to the Long Island Pine Barrens site. When was the last time they posted anything? April 22nd? What is going on here? So, folks, the Pine Barrens Society isn't doing anything to save the Long Island Pine Barrens, and that's what I wanted to let you know about, and the development. Let's get back to the development here, because there's one more development that's planned that I want to show you that's sort of on the periphery of the Pine Barrens here. And it's just a shame that this continues to go on. Another development that's planned, the county wants to build more stuff over here in Yaphank, and this is the Carmen's River right here. So the rivers get polluted. You know, people wonder why we can't enjoy the beaches on Long Island. Well, this is what happens. Look at all the development here. It all runs off into the ocean and creates high bacteria, so people can't enjoy the beach. All right, now this was supposed to be, this is Bayport, I think, or Blue Point, this area here. This is Veterans Highway, this is Sunrise Highway. This is the Sans Souci Nature Preserve. But a larger trail system was supposed to extend up into this area here. See this last area of Pine Barrens here? Well, folks, that's going to get bulldozed too. They want to build a development called the Islip Pines here. Another development. Pine Barrens Society has not gotten involved in that either. So, basically, I made this video to show you the Pine Barrens Society is utterly useless. We need to form our own organization, and we need to get the Pinelands Preservation Alliance in New Jersey involved out here to save our Pine Barrens. Because the fact is, we keep going this way years down the line. The Pine Barrens, just this little area here is not enough. All right, we need to preserve much more than this little area. All right, we need to save what's left. There needs to be a moratorium on any destruction of habitat whatsoever on Long Island. And you know, we're pretty much built out. I think the construction just needs to stop, and we need to save what's left. And I just hope that people do get involved and help us, because the Pine Barrens Society isn't doing it. All right, you're welcome to call them. I'll put their links in the video. You can try to get them involved in these issues. I don't think it's going to be any luck. The state is corrupt. Peter Scully is corrupt. He's completely. He's supposed to look out for the environment. That's the job of the Department of Environmental Conservation. Yet he allowed the cars that are polluted from Sandy to be here and stored here, and he claimed it came out of his mouth that, well, just because it's sitting on concrete, the runoff won't make it beyond the concrete. That's so stupid. I don't know how stupid he thinks we are, but I figured I'd let you know about that. So, you know, get involved with DEC. People need to know. We need to spread the word. Good thing is social media, YouTube, Facebook, all these things gives us the power to maybe bring these people down, whether it be the corrupt politicians like Sean Walter, state officials like Peter Scully from the DEC, or even the Pine Barrens Society and Dick Amper, which, in my opinion, Dick, I think you're being influenced by developers, because the fact is the only issue you've gotten involved in is the Sandy cars here. What about all the other things going on? Why haven't you done anything about that? You know, I just find it very interesting that nothing is being done about it. You know, considering the loss of habitats here, they really haven't been too active. Even in this, they haven't really been spoken out much about the plans that Riverhead has for this land. Riverhead wants, of course, complete power over the development of this EPCAL site here. This is a beautiful stretch of Route 25, by the way. I'll show you. This is like a rural, it's like you're driving down New Jersey, could be anywhere in the New Jersey Pine Barrens. A beautiful stretch of road right here. I know it's cloudy when they took this picture, but let's just keep it that way. Why do we need to turn this into another citified road? Let's keep the beauty here. And, you know, let's enjoy what nature has to offer here. You know, I mean, we have enough stores already. Let's save what's left. Sean Walter, the good thing about Sean Walter is that he can be voted out, and that's what needs to happen. All right, we need to put somebody who's going to take conservation seriously. Remember, the folks in the East End and Riverhead pay a community preservation fund. Basically, every person who buys a house out here has to pay a portion of their tax for land preservation. All right, and in Suffolk County, there's a 0.25% sales tax that's supposed to go to land preservation. They're collecting the taxes, but yet they're not saving the woods. So this is EPCAL on the right, by the way. So this is what Riverhead wants to knock down. Beautiful forest here of pines. There's oaks, but there's also a lot of pines here. If we go further down the road, you'll see what I mean. It's beautiful over here. And he wants to change this scene. Yeah, here you go. As I like to say, that's nothing but great shapes right there. So just imagine that being bulldozed, knocked down for more stores or houses or whatever Sean Walter and the developers want to put there. It's up to you, right? It's all integral on you. Calling these people, voting, because the fact is, this is America. We do have the power of the vote. We have social media. We can stop this, and we can save these woods. Thank you for watching.